Right? Same creek, same day, different location. Oh, maybe my butt won't hurt as much, but this is a little crazier balancing thing for my tripod and camera. So let's see if it stays and doesn't fall in the water. Alright, so next awareness that we can talk about, since that's what's being called, I guess, is to slow down and share. That's what my shoulder is bringing to me. Yeah, so let's just kind of back up. The night before was contact improvisation dance. They had a 2-hour jam session Sunday night. I know some of the people there. I've gone maybe like 3 times, so I was a little bit more comfortable, I guess, just knowing the routine, the drill, the people, the energies. Very nice, very, very nice. I have to say they're performing, most of them are performing arts, you know, dancers, actors, kind of students that went to Tplus58 or are going, have gotten alumni in that field anyways. And they just have like such a different view about their personal space. Like they have their personal space, but they're willing and open to share and accept other people in their personal space in a structured, not the structure's not the right word, but in a consensual way. Like everyone agrees that this is, you know, how it goes, right? This isn't a session to be sexually aggressive or anything. This is a performance type of thing. So what are you doing? What's the word? You express an artistic expression, right? So they were doing lifts. They do a first part of class. They go over new techniques, and this was lifts. And I said, my shoulder ain't gonna do these lifts things. I'll do it with my right hand. And that was probably, you know, I wasn't hurting enough at the time to make a better decision or a different decision. I probably shouldn't have done any lifts, because even if I was only lifting with my right side, since I didn't know what I was doing, this was all new. Like I find myself using my left arm to catch the person or balance, or my whole body would tighten. I'm trying to figure out when the offer and the accept happens to lift the person. So I think that probably had something to do with maybe some further aggravation. That's my gut feeling. Like I probably should have listened to, I should have went. I felt like I should definitely go, but my thought was to not do the lift where they talked about it. So I could give it a try. And I probably should not have done the lift part. Just set that part out until I got to the improv part, the jam session. All right, so enough of that and how it impacted my shoulder and stuff like that. So the Tantra awareness part was each person that you dance with has a different background. Like some people are into, like, you know, circus ballet, some are into regular ballet, some are into the high energy jumping, being caught, being twirled stuff. So everyone's like different in their background, which is kind of interesting when you like connect with a person or groups of people. Like 4 people were doing some type of standing, balancing type of position, which is pretty awesome. But obviously those 4 people have all known each other for like years, and they're all comfortable what they were doing, because that took a lot of trust. The one that I guess I would like to talk about is I was doing some contact improv with a lady. I was going to say young lady, but I don't know. You know, when you get older, everyone's younger, right? But she's been taking classes and working with a coach for like a couple of years, so she's very adept at doing, you know, like just jumping and expecting you to know how to catch them and twirl them and roll them and put them back down safely. It's like, that's awesome. Like we did a couple of short ones with the lift practice, but you know, I wasn't. If someone jumps at me, I'm like getting a very stable position, ready to, you know, brace myself against them, and then how to support two weights without hurting people, as opposed to just accepting them and flowing backwards and twirling, sliding gracefully to the floor. Awesome. But there's so much fear in his body, it will take a long time to get there. But we did share, as part of the jam session, some very flowing motions, which I would not have necessarily expected out of her initial interest in being very, physical is not the word, but very energetic, jumping kind of thing, flowing over the back, coming off the other side. But it turned into this very gentle hand motions, guiding, gentle connection, rolling points, sliding points, getting on the floor, gently turning each other, like a clock. I think they call it a clock or something, where one person kind of like on their back, on their butt, another person kind of like somehow turns them as a dial, clock dial type of thing. So a lot of interesting, very unique, interesting. But what she had said is like, she asked, do you do Tai Chi? I go, I've done Tai Chi, I've done Qigong, Kundalini, I do Tantra. And the thing that, like, she's obviously adept at many things, but the one thing that we resonated together with was more of the Tai Chi flowing type of motions, of just seeing how the bodies like flow past each other, gentle touch, and then roll around, as opposed to the jumping kind of thing. So why does this make it in this video? I guess I wouldn't mind learning how to do the lifts and the jumping and those kinds of things, but I really appreciated the fact that someone was more aligned where I was for that day, which was more of the Tai Chi flowing motion, body connection motion, and the awareness that person doesn't just have one modality, right? I mean, with different partners, you kind of like not merge or meld, but you just get a different flavor, like a different part comes out to work on. You know, you have different connections, and then they're all wonderful. So that was another awareness of that. And a big awareness of just no walls, no effing walls. It's like, I don't know, it's just like they're comfortable with being next to people. I don't know, maybe it's their DNA makeup or their upbringing or their schooling, going to performing arts classes or whatever, but just so comfortable being next to you. There's like no walls. Holy shit. Oh. It like makes you emotional. Like so many times trying to interact with, especially females. It might be me, but obviously it wasn't in this case. You approach them and there's like all these walls go up. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, so that was another big awareness. Like all these, like, I consider them pretty significant awarenesses, and lots of them in just one activity. No words. No words.